My name's Lynne. I'm the Executive Head Teacher at Bernadt and Nell Gwynn Nursery School. Welcome to 2020. We're a little bit of the way into the year, but I've got some very exciting things to show you. So we were very lucky in getting a grant from Select Council, and we've built a sensory garden, which is going to be a quiet space for all our children, but it's going to be particularly important for our children with special educational needs and disabilities. So it's a quiet space for them to be. So come in and have a look. Through the door, and you can see we've got some sensory toys on the ceiling here. We've not put a huge amount of stuff into this area. It's just a place for children to be outside and have a place to be quiet and contemplative, which is important in today's really busy world. So this, the main thing in this area is we put a trampoline for children. I'm not going to bounce up and down on it. It's a long time since I've bounced on a trampoline. Well, I'm not going to start today. But we've got a lovely trampoline that's built into the ground here. So they are quite expensive, so we're very lucky to get one. We decided to keep, if you have a look up here, we've decided to keep the canopy. It's a bit grubby at the moment. I need some rain to wash it off. We decided to keep the canopy so our children can use this outside space in all weathers. And if you come with here, you'll notice a change. So here's artificial grass, but we've created a lovely space which is the real thing, real grass. And when some of these plants start to take hold, it's going to be a lovely sensory resource for our children. So we've got rosemary and lavender and sage all growing here. So thank you, Southwark, for funding this fantastic space, and I've got more to show you inside. So come along and we'll have a look together. So we're now inside the nursery school, and again we've significantly added to our resources here. We've been lucky enough to get funding, and we've built a sensory room. Again, it's predominantly for our children with additional needs, but it's a fabulous resource that all our children can benefit from. So come and have a look. So this actually used to be our training room. So we've moved our training room into another room, which we've made more of a family room now. And we use this as a big space. We've kept the walls quite clear so they're not distracting for our children. And this room where I'm going to take you now just used to be a storage cupboard, and we've cleared it and we've put in quite a lot of kit that's really beneficial to children. So I quite like coming here myself at the end of the day. As you can imagine, it's very relaxing. It's very relaxing. There's the bubble tube over here, which the children can control how the colours change on it. We glitter ball up top, which projects lights onto the wall. We've got one more piece of kit that's arriving next week, which is called a magic carpet, and that's computer operated, and it projects games onto the floor that children can play and involve themselves in. So we're very delighted to have this resource within our school, and children are benefiting a great deal from it already. You may remember, I'm not quite sure how long it was ago now, but the government introduced this thing called a sugar tax, which made fizzy drinks a little more expensive for all of us, but the money that was generated for that has been distributed to schools like ourselves to produce things that are going to encourage children to be more engaged in physical activities. So we were lucky enough to get a £10,000 grant from the sugar tax through our local authority, And with it, one of the things we've built is this climbing mound for the children, which is just being completed today. So it really is very, very new. And the children should be enjoying it tomorrow. I've got something else to show you that the sugar tax is paid for as well. So come and have a look at our new sand pit. Something else we've been able to purchase really through the funding of the sugar tax is we've upgraded the sand pit. Those of you that have been here a while may remember that we were just using tyres on the outside of it, but our sand pit wasn't draining very well, and so we built a more permanent sand pit, sand structure, and it's lovely and deep for the children to do lots of digging, lots of exploration of maths concepts, and also we've provided a ramp for easy access. And we had a little bit of wood chip left over, so we've improved the drainage in our mud kitchen area over here. So it's looking quite muddy, but then it's supposed to, because after all, it's a mud kitchen. And we had a little bit of money left over, so what did we do with it? We built another raised growing bed. So it's going to get lots of sun here, so we'll be planting tomatoes and green beans and maybe even some flowers. So I'm here with Levere, wonderful head of school at Bernadt. Levere, we're very outward facing schools.
Yes, we are.
Can you tell me a little bit about the work you're doing with the Cherry Garden School?
Yeah, so we're doing a project with Cherry Gardens in which 2 of our members of staff once a week swap with 2 of their members of staff. And what that means is they spend time doing the things with the children that they will be doing here and the things that they will be doing at Cherry. So it's sharing practice and it's helping our staff to become more confident in working with children with additional needs.
Great. Could you tell me a little bit about the work you're doing on equality as well?
Well, we're doing lots of work on equality. One of the things that we've done recently, which we got the idea from your trip to Iceland, was we're working on some equality baskets in all of the classrooms. And all of it is a very simple idea. It's just a basket with lots of different images that represent the different characteristics. And it helps children to reflect on difference and change. It includes lots of different things as well as gender. There's marriage and being pregnant and all different aspects of the world around us.
Mm-hmm. What do you like most about working here?
Good question. I like the fact that every day is different, and I like working with the children and the families, and I like that it's always a challenge, it's never boring, and we're constantly improving and changing, and we know that it will never be perfect. There's always things to do to make it better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this room here we used to use as a lunchroom with our children, but we actually thought it would be much better suited as a community room so more of us could share and use it. So if you're settling a child here, you can come in here, you can have Wi-Fi access, you can have somewhere to sit or make yourself a cup of tea or coffee if you need it. So if you're not actually got a child at Bernadt but would like to, why don't you give us a ring on 0207 703 1905, or just pop in and we can arrange for you to have a look round in person. We look forward to seeing you.